deal with this shit by yourself.
No.
Don't deal with it by yourself. It is nothing wrong with you going to get help and having someone talk to you to help order your steps, to help be a guide rail for you to get control of your car. Because you still at the wheel, so don't feel like they're doing anything extra. They're helping, giving you steps, a guide for you to keep yourself in check before you do something that you might regret on another day. But
that's me personally. Me personally, I'm a registered gun owner, and everywhere I go, I take a gun with me. Even when I was with you, Lamont, I was strapped, man. I mean, like every single where I go, whether it's Walmart or to any function, because you never know what may happen, and it feels a little better knowing you could at least do something, fight back, than be defenseless.
I'm sorry.
It may not have penetrated or worked. I do got armor-piercing rounds, but you never know. But I would rather have the option to be able to fight back than not. And I think that if more people were armed citizens, that these people wouldn't be able to do this mass shooting. Imagine he walked in there and tried to do that and 30 people pulled up on him. You know what I'm saying? Then he might have got one or two, but you got 30 people shooting back at your ass because everybody is armed, legal gun owners. Then I think that would have stopped it. But a lot of people are able to prey on people because they know that it's going to be nobody that can retaliate for the most part. So, I mean, it is what it is.
And I got a CCW too, Jay.
Yeah.
I got a CCW too, Jay, but I don't take my gun with me everywhere I go. And the first thing they told me in my concealed carry class was anyone who penis is so small they have to show you their penis size via their gun by walking around brandishing it everywhere. It's basically a walking target. That's what my CCW instructor said.
Yeah, that's why it's a CCW concealed carry. You ain't know I had it when I was with you. I ain't got to show it. You ain't got to know. It just, you know what I'm saying? It's there. I know if it's needed. It ain't but, you know what I'm saying, a hand reach away. And, you know, this penis will still be here when it's all said and done, is all I give a damn about. This penis will still shoot. That's all that's the problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we don't want that penis to shoot nothing milky and white. We
don't want you shooting up the club, you know.
Right. The club is closed right now. I'm too old to go to that club and shoot it up. But
we don't want you shooting up the club.
Right. And God may love you, boy. Don't let some stuff go down on with my boy T Stream. Y'all done seen what that.
He not playing either. He's like,
he ain't playing.
He gonna be what it is.
Yeah. Now if you come to my house, hey, it's on like a pile of neck bones. Now you didn't walk into the Terror Dome. Now you don't want to do that. I got, you know what I'm saying, little baby Rambo. I'm already on wheels. I mean, I'm ready for a drive-by. I got a ramp. I'm on your ass. You know what I'm saying? Don't let me get in the power chair. It's on. I'm on you.
Look, see, Moochie, he's foreshadowing what's going to happen if we ever get to see Rojas again. That's what he's telling us. If we get to see Rojas again, he already foreshadowing what's going to be happening. But ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you guys tuning in, guys. We are here to talk about... Yeah, make me feel better. We are here to talk about We Own the City episode 4. My favorite episode, not because I enjoyed what happened, but because of the depth of what happened. And this episode pretty much focused on that damn Wayne Jenkins. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something.
Boy, dirty.
John Barenthal. If John Barenthal don't get an Emmy nomination, a TV Emmy for playing...
I told you this was going to be good, boy.
Bruh. And look, for all the people that follow us, for all the various shows we do, this show is just as heavy, just as entertaining, and a little bit more gritty than all the other shows we've reviewed.
100%.
I don't know why some of y'all ain't clicking on it, Maybe it's because the first episode is very hard to get through. But once you figure out who's who, what's going on, you can't take your eyes off this chicanery. I mean, this just pure crooked chicanery. It is unreal. And before we do our little scene reviews of the clips, and that poor midget, she didn't deserve that. Okay,
that was messed up, man. He
did that midget. That
little G unit.
Dwarf lives matter. Dwarf lives matter. He know goodness well he had to do that.
She was midget, but she had a full-size booty, boy. I'm telling you. He said half that body weight is booty, boy. I was like, damn.
You was looking at her clapping?
I thought she was full size.
That was a lot of muscle back there, and that gluteus.
You ain't lying, boy. She about to snap it off. You put it up in there. Blah, blah.
And everything.
Hell yeah, boy.
That chick was 3'5", and all of it was hind parts.
Boy,
3'5", all hind parts.
2'5" of it was rump roast. She was taller laying down than she was standing up. That ass was so damn big.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Boy.
So Moochie, give us your overall review of this episode. Then I'm gonna come to Jay. Then we'll go through the various clips that gave this show context.
Well, you saw the dirty with them.
Mm-hmm.
And they gave the breakdown of why it was so easy. It's like, not for nothing, if you watch The Wire, it's just like Daniels was trying to school the younger officers. Like, if you follow this way, you're gonna be like this. If you teaching this way, you'll be a cop. Like, he was just saying the various ways of what type of police officer that you can be. And look, they with the dirty, they all dirty.
All of them. Now, the one thing you did have, Moochie, you have three that experienced working with Jenkins and the Gun Trace Task Force that they were dirty, but they wasn't pig in a blanket dirty. They did have a conscience with theirs, but at the same time, they didn't stick up and say, you know what, he's doing wrong. And we'll get into why they didn't do that, because the guy that was recanting the story,
right,
officer, he let you know why more people didn't stand up and say nothing, why more people was afraid to say something because of the worries about their future.
And that's why
J-Mo, go for it.
I was going to say, that's why this showed perfectly why they be saying it's only a few bad cops and there's a lot of good cops. But the good cops are handcuffed by standing up for any bad cop behavior, because like he said, he took the money. He didn't want to, but then he didn't want to be blackballed or, thought of being a snitch or all of the other things that come with being a good cop and standing up. So he took the money. Now, I don't believe he threw no 20 G's in the woods and stuff and just left it. I don't know about that. You should have went and just dropped it in a damn Salvation Army bucket or something. But anyway, good cops, man. Whatever they see, they can't say nothing, because then they get shunned or put out to pasture like the one cop, and all the other stuff is just really messed up.
Right.
So let me say this before we get into the scene review. I want to give a big shout out to everybody involved in this project, and I'm going to tell you why. Right now, politics and dividing this country, we're as polarized as we've ever been. But the polarization is moving in one direction that ain't the direction of truth. And you've got a party of people out here saying that just by telling their kids how brutal slavery was, that's critical race theory. Okay? That's history. And you've got people that are probably calling this show the fuck out, because for them, it's critical race theory, when so many people who lived in Baltimore say, this is fact. This was a way of life. This is what they had to deal with. So shout out to the writers, the producers, the actors, HBO, and everybody that had enough courage to say, we need to put this out there for people to see. Hell, we don't care if they call it critical race theory. These are the facts. People need to know this so that they can want, demand, and try to get better amongst their communities.
Definitely.
Having said that, man,
and it's true.
Let's get into it. Into it. So the first clip I got to show y'all, is that damn Wayne Jenkins. John Barenthal, I want to have an interview with you to tell you just how much I enjoyed you bringing this character to life. I can't see nobody else doing as great of a job as you. We start out with Wayne in the very beginning, killing someone. It was his fault. Make no mistake, this old grandpa got killed because of Wayne Stankin' Jenkins. Here we go. That's not Wayne Jenkins. Sorry, y'all.
Man, ma'am, are you hurt? Ma'am, I need you to try to hold still, okay? There's an ambulance on the way, all right? Ma'am, I need you to try to breathe. Are you hurt?
Wake up!
Okay.
No.
Told you there's nothing in there. Car's clean. Oh, hey, Sean, do me a favor, just go toss the car one more time, in case we miss something.
Jay, it's on the floor, right under the seat.
Yeah, that was messed up. To cover his own mess up, they planted that, and yeah, that was dirty, boy.
Those guys thought they was getting carjacked. That's why they pulled off like that. They did not identify themselves as police until the chase started.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they showed that they were cops when they ran up on them.
You know what? You might be right.
Yeah,
but that's what they were saying.
That's
like,
what they were saying.
Yeah. Yourself.
Right.
Yeah. So now, he said they didn't identify themselves. Now, when they ran up on him, they didn't identify themselves, but they would look how they dressed. They dressed in plain
clothes, right?
And hell, for all I know, you could just be some Joe Schmo on the street pretending to
acting
be a cop.
Like a cop.
Acting like a cop. So they didn't really know it was the police until they was in hot pursuit.
Exactly.
Right.
And the whole initiation was put on by Wayne Stankin' Jenkins because he's trying to get a come up.
Right.
And his little damn come up resulted in this man dying. That lady was so shook, Lord have mercy. She probably been with that man since her high school. And hell, they in this picture damn near 70 years old. And you done took this woman's life. And then you go over here, you lie to suit her. You put drugs in the car because your ass couldn't find none. Mm-hmm. And then you act like it's nothing. J-Mo, you get the flow on this one first.
Yeah, so what happened is that he had always a theory that if you are over 18, you shouldn't have a book bag. Otherwise, you up to no good. In a way, he got a point, but in a way you don't, because people could be going to college. They could be going to the gym. They could be doing anything. Yeah. So you can't just say, book bag, I'm on it. You know what I'm saying? And
where my book bag?
Right. So you got to have a little more than that. I got a book bag I carry too, but it's a book bag and it looked like a book bag, but it's actually inside, for camera equipment, laptop and all that. You know what I'm saying? So that's studio bag. You can actually buy them on Amazon and it's compartment and figure for that. Yeah.
When we met up, what did I have on my bag?
You did. You was making drug deals. No, I'm joking.
You know what? I can't watch you.
I'm playing.
Deals. That's what I was out there doing. I was making money deals.
Right. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? He did that. And so, another problem with that is that even the Asian dude said that drug deal is not a reason to do a high-speed chase in a residential area because it can put people in danger. And you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that's exactly what happened because he was trying to tell them to slow down, be careful, this, that, and the other. They were speeding through that area, and what ended up happening is they end up causing that accident, and some unsuspecting people minding their business got hurt. And when they tossed the car, he was wrong. They didn't have nothing. They did cause the accident now, and they did run from police, but to cover his ass, they planted that gun on it to make it seem as if he was justified in doing what he was doing, which is wrong. I do got a story from when I was younger that when you're young, you don't have that much experience with police yet. And one time me and some friends was coming from this party and the police came, and what happened was they tried to pull us over, and they was in like a regular car, and they ended up was in plain clothes. And what happened is we ended up running and they was following us, but it was something that happened earlier than that that made us not trust it. Somebody had actually pulled out a gun while we was driving and pointed it that was in plain clothes. So then like a little bit later, the police is trying to pull us over. And so we wasn't stopping because they was in plain clothes in an unmarked car. And so I can see how when you younger and the police come up in plain clothes and in an unmarked car, you may not know just yet because you don't know if somebody trying to jack you, if somebody is on, you know what I'm saying, some bull or not. And so they took the chance and kept going rather than, you know, waiting to see. Because sometimes if you wait to see and you wrong, that'll cost you your life. So,
damn right.
You know, that was messed up. We eventually did get pulled over and all kind of stuff happened, but
okay, I got you.
You know,
right.
learned.
What you
got?
This whole scene, you saw the uniform cop plant the stuff. It was like, you know, you doing stuff where I know them guys were sitting on the curb and they watched everything go down. Like what is he walking by the car and then the other guy came? And I know he got him because they know he's about a book dude. That's why he got him to search the car the second time.
Talking about this under the seat.
Now you putting him in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And it was something similar to the death situation at the car wash last week. And I think that's why he brings him on certain runs with him. Right.
And go back to that picture of that car being tossed and he finding the gun. How the hell you gonna find the gun under the seat? Look at that car. That car been tossed, flipped upside down, tossed like a salad.
Exactly.
Right. And now you gonna find a gun under the... You would have found it the first time.
Those were drugs. But still, same difference.
Okay.
Yeah. You would have been found. You would have been found.
They had to have something to arrest them on with all of this going down.
But Moochie,
it's like
Mooch. That is some book. Like Jay said, that thing salad was tossed more than Pamela Anderson Lee's salad. And you mean to tell me you find some damn pills?
Right.
Come on, man.
It was tossed more than a fresh fish in a jailhouse.
A fresh fish in a jailhouse.
You is playing me, man. But then
Jay.
Thinking about all that tossing. No, I say I was thinking about all that tossing. I had to get the heebie-jeebies.
Ladies and gentlemen, we moving on to the next clip that gave this episode substance. Well, I can't with these two, man. These two had you hot and bothered on a Tuesday night. These two is a mess up in here. So here's another clip, man. And like I said, pretty much everything in here is dealing with the source, one of the primary sources of contention in the police department, which was Wayne Jenkins. And again, dwarf lives matters, especially when you got to ask this fact. Here we go.
What's up, you gorgeous thing? Damn, it's an honor to meet you, sweetie. 75% of that body weight is ass. Why is that sick? You was just saying how she was twerking. Hey, we go back. I was fucked up, man. When I said we got back, You put it on, you did. Nah, man. She put it on, you did. I'll tell you what she put on that ass on her. I'll tell you what ass on her. Hey, I grabbed her fucking money and I bailed her the fuck out. That's what happened. You home, motherfucker. You robbed a midget stripper? Come on, don't put it like that, man.
Why did he do that, though? I don't understand why he did that.
Jay, because Jay, I'm going to tell you why he did it. Once a criminal, always a dirty ass criminal. He's just a dirtbag, Jay. He's the lowest of the low wearing a badge.
I agree, but I mean, why are you robbing her? She about to make you feel good with all that little giant ass on a baby body. And
because Jay, that's not what make him feel the best.
Look,
what
the tall baby was giving it to him. The tall baby was giving it to him.
Yeah,
she was
the white
shaking
girl.
and jiggling and all that. He tossed her on the floor and then took her money.
Took her money. What makes him feel better, Jay, is the pursuit and the gain of money. His vice, more so than PUSSY, is money. And he's seen how much money that I'm gonna call her Little Coco. Little Coco was up there sucking down on that pole. I mean, look at this pole, Jay.
Charlie.
When you see this pole, all you see is nothing but hind parts. That's all
You
you
ain't
see.
lying.
You see hind parts and a wig. You don't see nothing else.
But Donka though.
She was up there making so much money. He was like, I'm going to really take advantage of someone who most people take advantage of. And he took advantage of this girl, ran in there. I knew good and damn well he ain't bust no nut as quick as he ran out. And I was like, what he doing there? Took the girl money. Moochie, you get first crack at this. What in the... This goes into the psyche of someone who's demented. Like I said, he's doing mental gymnastics, first of all, to justify robbing people, doing something illegal, because he's the police. Talk about this. How the hell you gonna rob a
Alexa.
I hope he don't get nothing.
Alexa.
For Christmas. Damn it.
Alexa.
Well,
Stop.
Tamika got it right. That was like a crackish move. Ray Crackish Jenkins. He was doing some crackish stuff. Something I thought he was gonna go back there and hit that, but
I did too.
He knocked it on the floor and took all the money and kept it moving.
He hit it all right.
They had to cut their night short.
Moochie, he gets the same feeling most men get from getting a nut. He get it from money. He gets it from money. Money.
He's addicted to the power.
And money. He just... And look at these dudes looking at him when he said he robbed a dwarf. Look at these motherfuckers. It's like house party.
Midget stripper?
J-Mo, take it away, my brother. Lord have mercy.
Yeah. So that whole thing, I mean, at first, I don't think that he was really about money until his co-workers and stuff stressed it on him, bust his balls about him not having money so much, and maybe put that into that battery into his back. And now the chase of money can be addictive. I do know that. When I was younger and trying to, I'm talking about teenage years, when I was trying to chase that money by doing whatever, it can be very addictive, and you can lose your sense of your compass of who and what you really about trying to get money. And I think that it's happened to him at this age and at this point, money and power. And I think the power of doing that to her, knowing he a cop, who she gonna tell and what she gonna do, and then having that money, because that money wasn't nothing to him. This dude getting 10, 20, 30. He getting more than them, because if he gave them each 20, he kept the rest when he had that one little deal. You know what I'm saying? He taking more money than them. So,
Exactly.
yeah, so, I think it was a power trip, and it turned him on to have that power over her and to do that to her. He thought it was funny. And when they like, you robbed a midget stripper, he like, don't say it like that. That's what it is.
It's what you did.
Right. It's exactly what you did. That was grimy. That was grimy. Not only is it grimy to rob a stripper, because they out there trying to make their money and they already doing something strange for some change.
Word.
But you went there to them. It ain't like they came to you. You went there to the strip club for them. So you put yourself there you can't talk about what they doing because you there. You know what I'm saying? If you don't believe in what they doing or you think it's something wrong, why are you going there? So, you know what I'm saying? I don't
rob him. He went there to rob him.
Yeah, and he had the white girl there, and you know what I'm saying? She was trying to put them little cakes on him, and he ended up seeing old girl, and you know what I'm saying? He wanted a Whopper. And so
he saw all the money old girl was drawing in, because if you go to a club and you see something like this, hell, this girl could go on world tour, shaking that ass through a pole and sell out 1,000 venues and make a bunch of money. He saw all the money that was making it rain on this girl. He was like, I'm going to take some of that money out that butt crack. That's what I'm going to do. And he lured that girl into that room like a Venus flytrap lures in a fly. And took her money and then ran out the door. He's supposed to be tough guy, right?
Right. Because in his heart, he know he robbed her. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's why he had to get out. And then he talking about don't say it like that. That's because you didn't want to be confronted with the truth. You know what I'm saying? And we saw this whole episode with John Bernthal. He is an A-list actor. I mean, he is really an excellent actor. You know, I would put this year, him and John C. Reilly, boy, they did a hell of a job this year on their roles. John C. Reilly in Winning Time as Dr. Bus.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Like him too.
Yes.
You see the real pictures of him?
Yeah, oh, yeah. John C. Reilly, man, he put it on this year. And John Bernthal, the Johns boys on the roll right now. But, you know, they both are true stories. And the stories that people need to see. And this We Own the City, he actually explained it this episode, too, when he was talking about, again, money in the overtime, but how they own the city because they got to do whatever they want to do as long as they bringing in arrests and stuff. So
yep, and they was getting overtime on top of it. How greedy can you be?
Right, he said he made like $80,000 off his regular salary, and then with overtime he brought in another 80 and some change. Like as a cop, you making 160, and you stealing all that money. You know, but that's the thing. Cops take money from young people and drug dealers all the time. And, you know, they taking money from me. They taking stuff like me and my friend, we was younger. We was about to take some stuff to a pawn shop. And we didn't get there in time, so it was closed. So it was left in the trunk. And then we ended up getting pulled over. And they took all the stuff out the trunk, saying it was stolen. And we ain't had no way to prove nothing, and then we was drinking underage, so they just basically didn't take us for that and took all the stuff, and robbed us. And we couldn't do nothing. I guess in a way, it was better than getting some charges for underage drinking and stuff, but that was messed up still, you know.
Let me take y'all to the next clip that reveals just how crooked this scheme runs. And I'm always coming from the standpoint of these individuals that always want to tell you there ain't no such thing as racism. Nobody stereotypes black people, which we all should know by now that is just an effing lie. They espouse on black people their worst instincts, the dirty shit they doing in their mind, so that it's like instead of looking at them for them doing wrong, they want you to look over there at the black people while we behind your back doing whatever the hell we want to do. This next scene brings in someone who's not even a cop. Someone who works as an extension with the cops, but also has extensions to the crime world and is going to help Wayne Jenkins. And before we get that clip, let me shout out my boy Ron Cameron, who made a great point. Jay, you talk about the Johns doing good. Let's also talk about the mama on Ozark and Ruth on Ozark. Both of them need to be nominated for something because they have knocked out.
Yeah, I've been meaning to do a review.
You talking about Wendy Bird? But we're going to get to that.
Yeah, I've been meaning to do my Ozark review for a minute. Ozark is damn good, man. Damn good.
It's good. I hate that it's gone, but here we go. Wayne teaming up with the fucking Bells bombing, who had a reputation of being a good guy in the community, had a reputation of hanging with all the athletes in the community, like he's doing good and shit. And it took nail-biting grit to get his ass. But here we go. Oh, wrong clip. My finger a little messed up today. Hold on, y'all. Here we go.
About that thing we were talking about? If you want to talk about it, I'm just saying. Yeah, we could. Straight up, man. These motherfuckers, they cannot touch me. But I gotta listen to their bullshit, them ragging on me because I ain't got their kind of fucking cash. Fuck that, man. Fuck that.
I could offload it for a number up front. Well, you know, I'm mostly into coke, so 15?
That's steady. 15's good.
Yeah, steady's good.
What about it? If I can get my hands on some other shit?
Oh, I'd have to pass that along right now. But you know, if this works out, there's gonna be plenty up front, all right?
See, that's that thing. He up here tripping on and getting his balls busted because he didn't have that money. Now he over here doing all this stuff with the drugs. And, you know, they'll bust a black drug dealer, but it's okay to do deals with the white Bells bondsman drug dealer. Like, what?
Well, look, with him, that's the one that got him turned onto it when they went to the barbecue.
Busting
and
his
he
balls.
came up with the little thing of crabs.
Yep.
So he's the one that made him step his game up money-wise in the corruption game.
Yep. I agree. Everybody busting his balls, he couldn't take it. Some guys do dumb stuff when they getting their balls busted by their boys. And that's not what it's meant for. You know, but
you can't tell me this guy didn't have used some type of controlled substance.
Wayne Jenkins.
You can't tell me he wasn't he seemed like a cokehead. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You can't tell me he wasn't a clean cop.
He don't seem like a drug user to me, but he is an asshole.
Coffee. It damn sure won't no black coffee.
Nah, he an alcoholic.
Well, we already know he's an alcoholic, but most cops are. Most city workers are. But this, you can't tell me he's not using drugs.
Right. That's funny you said most city workers
I don't
are.
think he was using drugs.
Yeah, because I'm speaking from experience.
I know some city workers and
I'm
it does
speaking from experience.
people go get drunk after work.
The narcotics, because we got to keep our jobs. But
right.
Yeah, a lot of people are drinkers.
Yep.
That's what he was doing. He was drinking. He was a heavy drinker. And I don't want to get too much into the details. I've been reading stuff about this because y'all done got me invested.
I told you it was good, boy.
This show is damn near like almost spot on with everything.
I'm
trying not to run too far ahead. When we get there, that's when I hope that we're able to do like a breakdown of the real person.
Right,
but I don't want to put on my track shoes. I don't want to run
HBO is dope though, man, with their content, man. Yeah. They on a roll, man, and not to jump too far ahead with HBO, but they got the new Game of Thrones coming too. You gonna review that, Lamont?
Yeah, I mean it's about to be review season. You got
P-Valley, The Boys.
Marvel's about to have 2 more shows coming out.
You mess with Star Wars, the Obi-Wan?
No, I don't do that one. No, Take my nerd card on that one. I don't do that one.
Star Wars, the OG and all that stuff. I love me some Star Wars, man.
Yeah, man. My nephew asked me, was I doing Star Wars?
Star Wars is true, man. Although it is starting to get, it does have a lot more competition then. You know what I mean? In that genre. So I could see, you know what I mean, how you could be that way. But yeah. But going back to this, man, this show is fine. I'm sad it's only 6 episodes and a limited series.
I feel like they could have really dragged this out for more than one season.
That's why it's up to all of y'all viewers. Y'all need to watch this show and support this show to make them come back with a season 2. Because what was that with as the judge That was a limited series.
Your Honor, that was a
Your
limited
Honor,
series.
yeah,
on
it's coming
Showtime,
back now,
and
though.
they brought it back
Yeah.
to season 2.
Yeah.
And to me, the story's already told, but I want to see where it's gonna go.
Right. Yep. So they need to do that with this, man, and bring it back. I know John Bernthal, a busy man, but bring that back. Bring this back, because it's a lot more they can do with this.
They'll work around his schedule.
They'll pay him good money. They pay a lot of money now to people for these shows too.
I already know. They already said he's going to be the Punisher again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He did.
Yeah,
he played the hell out of that role too.
Man,
Lord,
he did. He
That's
did.
what made me binge. Once I seen him in The Walking Dead, and he went from that to the Punisher, and then with the accountant, he was good in that. He's like an all-around good
He's
actor.
good in everything. He was even good in that
several
boxing
things where you
movie.
be like, oh, he's in this. Now you got my attention.
Yeah, he was good in that boxing movie with Stallone and Kevin Hart and De Niro.
He plays Stallone's son, right?
De Niro's son.
Robert De Niro's
Yeah, that was a good. That's the first time I ever saw him, and then I saw Walking Dead. But I think Walking Dead was out before that, though.
Yeah, Walking Dead was out. He was like one of the original cast members of The Walking Dead.
He was on episode 1.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, here we go. And then after we get through all that turmoil, all that's going on, the heat is on Wayne Jenkins, but what saved his ass? Freddie Gray. Take a look at this.
That's it.
Officer Miller and Officer Nero illegally arrested Mr. Gray.
Wait, you phony fucking bitch. Bullshit. It's crazy. She's out here dishing out fucking charges to these police officers for doing their job. That's what they did. They did their fucking job. You what? Fuck it. I'm going out with citywide email. I'm doing it tonight. We're gonna have an answer for this bullshit. You wanna help your brothers and sisters in blue? You do it fucking now. We fucking answer to this.
He was hyped up
Jay,
to
you
go
get
out
first
there.
dibs on this one.
Yeah, when they had the
Yeah,
riot,
so-
he was hyped up, boy, to go out there. Like, he gonna change the whole dynamic, super cop. You know what I mean? Like, he the Punisher for real.
He strikes me as one of those cops that work out before they shift because they know they're going to get it on with the people.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Like, it's a
Some
war
of them do
against
that,
the
y'all.
people. Yeah, like, it's a war against the people.
Yeah, they be working out and everything before they go out there because they know they're going to get it on. It's going to be on and popping once they hit the streets.
The thing that I didn't like is that when he was saying, I'm about to go down there, who gonna go with me? Why they had a little short, little out-of-shape black woman talking about, I'll go with you, and she gonna go... She gonna ride with him and his crazy ass. She like, slow down. I know.
Slow down, you're driving like a bat out of hell.
I know, right? Like, why your ass go down there with his crazy ass anyway, man? Like,
Look, she was holding on like this in the car when he was driving.
Right, that had me laughing. I'm like, man, what the hell is she doing? She should have stayed at the damn office. Man,
after
I
all
know,
that
right?
happened, after all that happened, before they went back to base and was ragging on the mayor, this MFer went and robbed not only a drugstore, but first he robbed the people that was robbing the drugstore, then took it to this dirty bail bombing
Right.
to uplift Oxy. Moochie, talk to me about this dude now. This dude is lowest of the low.
Look.
And got the nerve to keep right on trying to justify his behavior.
He
by
like, what
saying,
y'all stealing?
I'm getting
Put that
guns off the
down.
street. I'm getting guns off the street. I'm getting thugs off the street. Nigga, you the thug. Tell me
Right.
I'm getting thugs off the street. You the daggone thug.
Damn
Go ahead,
right.
Moochie.
Look, when I seen him sitting there watching them in there, he said, I'm going to just wait till they come out and then I'm going to get whatever they took.
Right.
I knew he was going to do that.
Yep.
I knew he was going to do it. And he looked around to see if it was cameras, too. Did y'all see that?
Uh-huh. And he told that backup to leave, so that way he ain't had to worry about somebody seeing him. You know what I'm saying? That was dirty right there. No, I don't need no backup. Yeah, he was
I don't need no
shady.
backup. I'm gonna just steal these drugs, these oxys from these little guys, and then I'm gonna keep it moving.
Yeah.
And give it to my dirty Bell's bondsman.
Yeah,
But what is these fools in here talking about? He was just doing police work. He was just doing his job. No.
Yeah, see
He was
that
the ringleader for that.
he was,
Yeah,
and you
somebody
know what
said
dude
this
said? Dude said when he was telling the story is more than one Wayne Jenkins, because he was talking about how he gonna go around and he want everybody to put up money, and he gonna send out a citywide email and get all the brothers in blue together to support their other brothers. And that's why dude right there on the left, in the second seat on the left, was talking about, yeah, you can go after him, but it's a lot of people that think like him and act like him in the police, force, and you taking him down like he just won. It's a lot of people that think like him and believe like him and do like him. So, that's messed up.
Mm-hmm. And then, ladies and gentlemen, to bring this thing home, to bring it full circle, I got the last clip where somebody, and this actually happened in real life, because someone who wound up snitching dropped some money somewhere, and they came back and found that money months and years later, which corroborated his story of what happened. Take a look at this. Last clip of the night.
In case Stevenson makes a little bitch-ass complaint, we gotta cover our ass, all right? You take out your camera phone, okay? We're gonna video this whole fucking thing. We're gonna make a movie. You understand?
So,
Pry that bitch open again. Do it the same fucking way. You're gonna hit that bitch and you're gonna pry it, all right? When it opens, you say, oh my God, holy shit, all that. Believe me, what the fuck you said. What's the shit the movie assholes say? Fucking action, right? Say action and then start. Don't say action on camera.
You want us to believe that you tossed away your $20,000?
If it wasn't about the money.
I wanted to get in with these guys. You don't want to be blackballed. You don't want them to think you a snitch. And to be truthful, if I thought I could take that money and not get caught, I probably would have kept it.
Moochie.
So they found that money later, you saying? The $20,000.
Right there in the grass. They sure did.
I'm glad he left it where he said he did, and they found it. Because I was worried about him, because they thought he was lying.
I thought he was lying too. I'm surprised that money ain't deteriorate, because money will deteriorate too.
Yeah. And it was out there for a while. Even if it wasn't a plastic, it'll be faded a little bit.
It'll start breaking apart and falling apart. I know somebody that was involved in some stuff or whatever, and they had some bunch of money buried, like 100,000 buried. And when they didn't wrap it up right in like the plastic or whatever, when they went to go get it, it was all molded and falling apart, like it was ruined. It was like a year or two later, though, like a couple years later.
Yeah, that's what happened if you don't wrap it right. I know people that be putting it in walls and shit like that.
I ain't know how to do that in the wall.
They bury their money underneath where they keep their dog at.
That was in American Gangster.
It could
get shit on. I didn't know it.
Yeah, that's what the guy did in American Gangster. You right?
Yeah, that's exactly what he did. I didn't know that money in the wall would deteriorate though, because that's inside a wall and it's climate control.
Nah, that shouldn't.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't say it did. I just said I knew people that did that.
Right. I got you. Yeah, but so, man, that's crazy what he said though. Go ahead, man.
When do y'all think we're going to get to see suitors recant of what's going on? Or are we going to get to see suitors recant?
Next episode. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a first reaction for these last two episodes, man. I figure I didn't do one this episode. I figure I'm awake. These last two episodes, people should be ready by now. You know what I'm saying? And ready to watch. I wish people was watching this like they watch other shows, because this is a damn good show, and it's so real how everything is depicted. And this tripped out. So a lot of times when police, you in court, and they also show how nobody wanted to go to, court for the police or whatever. But because police lie. And this show right here,
because
how
they all know they lying.
Yeah, and just like they show with the video or whatever, he talking about we gonna make a movie, and they hit it and then pried it open. They already took, so he said leave 100 in there, and everything else in there we gonna take and put in this duffel bag, and we gonna keep it. So they did that first, then they closed the safe up, and then acted like they opened it for the first time and found that money in there. And then they could use it as evidence. This is how we opened it. This is all we found in there. You lying saying it was more money in there because you just want to try to, get more money from the police or say this or say that. And so it makes it look as if, the police never do no wrong. And that's just messed up because this is obviously not the case. And what can that dude do? He got no recourse, really. There's no way that they can do it. They also showed them rob some people earlier. And I don't know if you got the clip, but he told him to pull the car up to block the cameras. And then they robbed him, talking about you going to get a letter in the mail saying that this was a stop from federal stop, this, that, and the other. And his whole point was to rob them. And even the dudes knew, like, man, I bet you they took every damn thing. But what could they do? You know what I'm saying? You're right. What, you going to fight the police back or shoot them? Now you really in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And then, they could get you with drug money and drug sales. So it's either go to jail or let them rob you. Or if you fight back or shoot them, now you really going to jail. You know what I'm saying? So it's no win for them. And that's why there are a lot of people let the police rob them because they don't have no other options. But but that's why people don't trust the police, because when you're robbing people and doing all this other criminal activity, lying and stuff on people, then you just as bad. You're no longer the good guys. You are in the gray area. Yeah, you may be getting guns and drugs off the streets, but you also getting people killed, just like we saw last episode when they stole that money and then that ended up getting dude killed. Over here robbing midgets. He didn't
realize how much harm he was doing.
Right.
And I think it messed his head up too once he saw that.
Yeah, because he ain't had nothing to say. He just sat back and looked like, okay, damn. But they think that it's their right to take that money. Because they justify, and that's the thing with people. People find ways to justify behaviors they want to do. Whether it's cheating on your wife or, sleeping with many people or robbing a midget or robbing drug dealers or whatever. They got ways to justify that behavior to make it seem right. And that ain't right.
Right. Just like I'll be justifying eating ice cream at 2:00 in the morning. That shit is not right, man. It's not right. It's not right. When you're trying to get these cuts for the sluts, you can't be eating no ice cream at 2:00 in the morning. Ain't nothing right about that.
We can't help it if it was calling you to the fridge.
You cheating on your diet over there, man.
Yeah, I'm cheating, man. I was cheating. It was talking to me like Marie, talking to me. That's what it was doing. Yes, it was. But J-Mo, you gonna do anything on your channel tonight?
Yeah, tonight, because I've been doing this for a while, for the last 2 months, Real Talk Tuesdays, where we talk about, different relationship issues and things with my girl Kelly Lee. And so tonight we gonna talk about, is it all right for women to want a man that make a certain amount of money as one of their main things that they judging the man by? Because I got this article where this woman was saying she need a man making over $100,000 a year, and even that ain't enough money. And what if the man ain't making that much money, but he love you and ready to do all these other things? Is that right to say because you don't make this certain amount of money, you ain't no good? Because as men, if they really feeling a woman and love that woman, they won't say, well, I won't be with her because she don't make $100,000 a year. Men sometimes will be with a woman that don't even got a job. A lot of times,
Yeah, but our quota for a woman typically is different from a woman's quota from a man. Our quota is we need to have our eyeballs stimulated somehow.
Right.
And somehow, either you got to have a fat butt, busted face, or you got to have a great face, no ass, or you got to have a combination of all of that. And we'll work with you.
Right.
And these women that get with these dudes is making 6 figures plus. There comes a mentality with that, and nobody want to hear your ass complaining when that dude got like 6 women, but your main priority for the guy was his money. But I ain't gonna go into all that. I'm gonna let y'all go. By the way, the rewatch party is with Moochella and Miss K for The Wire. Talk about it, Mooch.
Yeah, we're doing the rewatch. We're on the season finale, season 1, and we are talking about that tonight on Rewind That with Miss K.
And before we go, Jay, if you found 20 G's, you gonna keep it, or you gonna be like Clark Kent and turn it in?
Man, of course I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna keep it. Shit. Man, ain't no way I would turn that money in. I ain't about to try to find out whose it is or none of that. I'm keeping that money. I ain't lying. And as a young person, I actually found some money. It wasn't no damn 20 G's. It was about maybe $300-400. But I was happy as hell, boy, and I bought my first Jordans with that. I was real young, like in 6th grade or 5th grade or something when I got that. And I bought the black Jordan 4s with that money. Me and my friend, we found the money, and what it was, because looking back on it now, you know the little envelope you get when you get your money from the bank? Whoever, somebody must have dropped their little paycheck or something from the bank, and it was blowing in the grass right by this car, and we was going to the arcade, and I saw it and took that money, split it up, and bounced, boy. The hell with the arcade. He bought a starter coat and a fitted hat, and I bought some Jordans, and we was happy as hell, boy. When it was,
you took somebody's money. You took somebody's money that they had for their baby Pampers and their baby breast milk. And you took it. The damn baby probably had to go stay with grandma for the weekend. You just ruined.
Damn right. That's the way life goes, baby.
Damn, Janet Jackson.
One man's
I found money before at work, but I turned it in.
No. I actually
I had to. Yo, you don't
on
know
the bus
being set up.
Oh, yeah,
set up with
you
what?
You being set up.
How they setting you up?
Moochie, if you in the woods,
if it's cameras and stuff like that, nah, I'm turning it
so
in.
Moochie, if you walking in the woods,
look, they give you to a certain amount of time, and then if nobody come claim that money, it's yours.
Did you get it?
See, sometimes it don't pay now. If I found money like that in the grass, in the woods, and somewhere like that, I'm picking it up.
See, when I was I was part owner of this cleaners when I was younger, and before I was part owner, I used to do all the work there too, and so we would go through the clothes when somebody bring it, because we would set up downtown. And we would charge like double and triple the price, and we would take all the stuff down to the south side and have them wash it or whatever. So one of the things we would have to do is like put the little orders together and check the pockets. And this one person, I guess he was a dope boy or whatever, he always was driving a new Lexus, this, that, and the other. This is in 2000. And so, or 99. It was either 99 or 2000. Anyway,
left a wad of money in there too.
He had $1,000 cash in his pocket, and I kept all of that. And he never asked for it, never questioned it, nothing. And
he probably don't even remember he left that in there.
Yeah, and I was so happy for it, because I kept all that money. We found all kind of stuff, man. One time, somebody, the doorman from the building next to us, he and I always knew it was something up with him because he had a little, crackhead tooth. But he ended up getting his uniform washed, and we found a little Rizok in there. He left a little piece, a little boulder up in there. And what we would do, normally we had little bags that we would attach to your clothes if we find stuff in the pockets. I ain't never gonna put the $1,000 in that bag and give it back to you, but the woman, she put the rock back in the bag and gave it back to him.
He was like, "Oh shoot, thank you."
I know, right? But he always looked at us a little weird after that, like, "Hey, how you doing?"
I smoke crack.
Right. I told her don't do it. I'm like, don't put that in there and give it back. She like, no, I'm gonna give it back to him. I'm like, man, don't get this dude no rock in the bag. What the hell? And she gave it back to him, and sure enough, he used to be all bubbly, like, hey, how y'all doing? Hey, good day, this and that, when we was seeing.
Yeah, because now y'all know his little secret.
Yeah, after that, he'd be like, oh, hey, how you doing? What's up?
Well, y'all, that is as good a place to end this. Hope you enjoyed our review. We Own the City, episode 4. It's getting good, even though it's about to go off. We're still going to follow it. J-Mo going to post a video, early reaction. Stay true to Moochie. She's going to be around doing stuff with The Wire, keeping things hot. I'll be back tomorrow interviewing someone else.
And my review will be up for the show tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going to be interviewing someone who's a background person on the show. So tune in to me tomorrow at 9 p.m. To that next Sex is Hell video. I'll see y'all.
Deuces.
Yeah.